Good evening. And of the 6 teams on show tonight, 4 are challenging for the league title. There's Orient v Derby, Liverpool v Stoke City and Southampton v West Ham. And we start at Brisbane Road with Orient, the team which shocked Chelsea in the Cup 3 years ago. And the question to be answered is, can Orient do it today against Derby County? Our commentator is John Motson.
A man who knows what the romance of the FA Cup is all about. Tom Whalley, who played in the Watford side that reached the semi-final in 1970 and was in the Orient side which 2 years later knocked out Leicester and Chelsea. Whalley's return after injury at number 6 is the only change in the Orient side, which is a mixture of youth and experience. 2 18-year-olds, Bobby Fischer at number 2 and Tony Grealish at number 10, and the experience of men like Jackson in goal and Jerry Queen and Derek Possey in the attack. Derby's experience, of course, speaks for itself, but if Orient are going to stop them, they've got to stop the midfield of Rioch, Henry Newton, and the man who the Orient manager George Petchey rates very highly, the captain of number 8, Archie Gemmill. Ron Crabb from Exeter is the referee. He's replaced Clive Thomas, who was given the match, but had to pull out on medical grounds. Orient in the dark shirts, getting the match underway, hoping to reproduce that memorable victory over Chelsea. And there goes Queen in the first minute, and a free kick signalled by the referee against Jerry Queen. Another long kick. Bourne. Flags up. Pushing by Fisher. Lee, and away by Fisher as Daniel tried to cash in on a Lee header. Bobby Fischer, number 2. But that was easy for Jackson. Good throw, Fairbrother. And a foul by Colin Todd. And really, Todd had no option there, because David Nish was still getting back and he was by himself. Bolton coming. Came off Bennett. Here's Possey! Great goal! Derek Possey, the scorer. It stemmed from a punch by Colin Bolton, but Newton couldn't turn into a clearance. Bennett got a touch. It came to Possey on the left foot, and that's 1-0 in the 12th minute for the second division side. Just the start Orient were hoping for. And now memories revived of 3 years ago on this ground, when Chelsea came a cropper. What a great start for George Petchey, the Orient manager, in the middle. The Orient defence has started well. Foul given against Roger Davis. It's coming to Possey. There goes Queen. Jerry Queen! 16 minutes gone and it's 2-0 to Orient. And Colin Bolton can't believe it. 2 superb goals. That one by Queen, every bit as good as Possey's. Indeed, Possey helped to untoughten the defence. It came on Queen's left foot, and what about that for a shot in the far corner? Full of fairy tales, and we could be seeing another one here this afternoon. Todd for Derby, Possey in the way, and Orient at the moment can do nothing wrong. Downing. Nish for Derby. It's a good turn, but Fisher was in the way. And now look at the space Fairbrother's got. And Derby are pushing people forward and they're getting caught, especially on that side. This is way upfield. Here's Grealish. 2 to his left. Bennett, number 8. Queen, the marking wasn't tight and Posse was nearly in. And he is in now. Fairbrother. And away for a corner by Henry Newton. A corner just saved, in fact, by Rioch. But to say Derby are rattled is the understatement of the afternoon. Gemmell. Oh, dangerous back pass. Jack's having to stretch. There's Bennett. That's Des Anderson, the Derby coach, in the centre on the bench. Fisher. And a challenge by Francis Lee some time after the ball had gone. So more pressure on this troubled Derby defence as Hoadley takes the free kick. Queen is causing all sorts of problems. He's upsetting the middle of the Derby back four, Jerry Queen. And there's some confusion back there, which has found Derby 2 down. Just for a moment, it was almost 3. There's Newton's header. Now Grealish. And Derby not getting it together. Queen. Foul. Daniel coming in from behind. Hoadley with the free kick. Coming again, and again he wasn't sure with the punch. Allen's header, and again the goalkeeper scrambling. The second punch was a better one. That's how the first goal came. Here's Downing. Offside. Colin Bolton and his defenders having their problems. Bourne. Francis Lee, of whom we've seen very little so far. Largely because Hoadley is staying so close to him. Here's Newton. And look how quickly the Orient players are pushing up on Derby, especially in the middle of the field. Bennett just a little too enthusiastic there, giving away the free kick. Todd. Gemmell. In the way, Downing. Bruce Rioch. Davis roaming far and wide, right and left. Rioch. That's for Webster. Gemmell's header. Bourne trying to get in. And Fisher did very well there, with a bit of holding perhaps. Certainly Bourne thought so, but he saved the day for Orient, the young number 2. And here's Grealish. Allen free to the left, still Bennett. Good ball, Posse. Queen! Oh, he's hit the bar! What a first half Jerry Queen is having. They don't know at the back there what to do with him. A slight deflection there following the Posse effort, and Queen's header beat the goalkeeper. And only the crossbar prevented it being 3-0 to Orient. Here's Nish. Gemmell's gone right through the middle now. Rioch. Bourne slipping Fisher for once. That was a foul by Fisher. Davis and Daniel waiting to come in from the far side. Here's Todd. Oh, yes! Right through Derek Downing's legs, and Jackson couldn't see it. Colin Todd, the scorer. A well-struck goal. 7 minutes before half-time, and Derby back in business. Derek Downing could do nothing about that. The shot went straight through him, and Jackson completely unsighted. But it was well taken by Todd, and it's Orient 2, Derby 1. Fairbrother for Orient, Bennett and Queen chases. Daniel the defender, and he did well there. On by Davis, and back by Downing. Came off Lee. Linesman having the best view of that. Free kick in Phil Hovey's favour. Gemmell. Bourne. Todd was up there again. That was Rioch. This is Newton. Lee. Here's Gemmell. Fine shot. Fizzing over the bar from Archie Gemmell. And the mood of the match switching slightly towards the end of this first half. Bennett. Fisher. Wally. Good challenge by Peter Allen. And by Queen. Downing, number 3. That was good play. Oh, Fairbrother's at the post! Oh, this time Fairbrother defied by the woodwork of the Derby goal. Bourne. Davis. Skill, but poor pass. Gemmell to Nish. The end of a first half that Orient's fans will remember for a long, long time. First-class cut-tie football from the second division side who never allowed Derby to settle. Jerry Queen posing them all sorts of problems at the back. Made the first goal, scored the second. Todd got one back for Derby. But if Fairbrother's shot had gone in, rather than hitting the post, it would have been 3-1, not 2-1, as they go off at half-time. So Derby start the second half with a stiff hill still to climb. Rioch to Bourne. No subs on for either side. Lee. That's Davis, now Bourne. Gemmell. Be interesting to see whether Orient do run out of steam or if they can keep this tremendous pace up. Foul on the goalkeeper by Roger Davis. And Derby will make a substitution. Alan Hinton waiting to come on. The ball is back in play and the referee says he'll have to wait. Here's Fairbrother. Fisher, number 2. Posse, superb effort to even reach it. So Alan Hinton, who can do a bit as substitute, as well as Mostar, among others, will testify, is coming on, and Jeff Bourne is the man going off. Now Posse, Bennett, Fairbrother's on this side, Queen is away on the left, and he's onside too. Posse's in the middle, play on. Rioch for Derby. End to end now. But the onus still on Derby to get this goal back. Davis. He made room well there, but Jackson's fielding of the shots this afternoon has been exemplary. That one coming from Roger Davis. Daniel couldn't reach it, and here's Fairbrother. Nish was the covering player. Fairbrother battling away. Todd goes down, play goes on. Foul, was it? Posse went down, but the referee says no. The referee signalled very clearly he thought that was a dive, and there were no complaints from Orient. Todd. Deflection, and the goalkeeper doing very, very well. Colin Todd, who's already scored one, with the help of a deflection, almost finding the corner. Dave Mackay has gone down onto the bench now, the Derby manager. Must have bitten a few fingernails this afternoon, he must still be biting them. Here's Todd. Rioch trying to get round Allen. Todd! Oh, it's there! Colin Todd has done it again! And the Orient faces are as crestfallen as Derby's are jubilant. 8 minutes from the end, and Colin Todd, who more than anybody else has kept Derby alive, has now scored his and their second goal. No wonder they're shaking their heads. He had a shot, it seemed to disappear for him in a crowd of players, but it finished up in the net, and that makes it 2-2. Tie that has turned and turned about, and it's the first time that the First Division side have been able to breathe anything like comfortably. Derby supporters, who started off in good voice but have been silent for an awful lot of the time, now contemplating a possible replay on Wednesday. A cup tie in which the First Division side almost sank in deep water in the first half, but swam to safety in the second. And the man who provided the lifebelt was Colin Todd, whose performance was superb, and whose 2 goals, the second one I'm sure almost certainly deflected, cancelled out that wonderful start of Orient's and took us to a replay at the baseball ground next Wednesday.
Second game, we turn to the cup holders Liverpool, facing the challenge of ambitious Stoke City. And there's no greater setting for a cup tie than Anfield, and of course the cup had to be on show. Our commentator at this tie is Barry Davis.
8 months after Liverpool's FA Cup victory was celebrated by the Kop at Wembley, the battle hymn goes up again. The Kop in full voice. And suitably, the first cheers of the afternoon reserved for Ian Callaghan, MBE. Playing this afternoon his 70th FA Cup match, which include 2 winning FA Cup medals, 65 and last year. And he's joined in the team this afternoon by 9 other players who were at Wembley at the back end of last season. Stoke City come here with their strongest lineup available to them and with a promise of attack that they feel is their best chance of bringing the holders down. So away go Liverpool, and perhaps it's worth recalling that the last time they defended the FA Cup here, they lost in the 3rd round. Here's Kevin Keegan. And the first free kick of the match to Liverpool. The team that beat Liverpool that day in January 1966 was Chelsea. Toshak. Lindsay came up a bit high for him. And offside, I think, given against Toshak, but Tom Reynolds, the referee, playing it on. And Toshak offside quite clearly this time. There's Tom Reynolds of Swansea. Shilton underneath it. Thompson 4, Keegan 7. Cormac! And Keegan chasing the referee to appeal for handball, as indeed Cormac is, but the ball was driven at Mahoney. Callaghan. Keegan. Neil. Gets the applause, but nothing else. The boos from the Kop as the players come off. At the end of a first half when there's hardly been time to breathe. And Stoke City playing left to right. And it is to be hoped that some of the intensity will go out of the game in the second half. Here's Callaghan. It was out.
Conroy. Cormac. Good tackle by Conroy. Here's Hurst. Greenough is offside. Pajic and Keegan. Shoulder to shoulder. Liverpool throw. Clear foul by Dodd. Keegan turning away to take up a position just on the penalty spot. Toshak is coming in. Save! Oh! Brilliant! I don't imagine that Toshak can possibly believe it. He did it exactly right, and somehow Shilton got there. Toshak. Bit of levering. Flanagan caught by Hudson. And again the linesman some 3 or 4 feet into the pitch, waving his flag above his head. Keegan, good tackle. A nice touch from Keegan to Neil. Highway, Keegan, fine save. And a nice touch for the goalkeeper as Keegan came back. Alan Hudson. Great sharp break going out, but the linesman's flag stayed down. Hurst. Toshak. Ball, good first time ball from Neil. Cormac. Toshak. Palm of his hand at it, going with Toshak, and Steve Highway scores for the 4th home match on the trot. The cop goes mad, and at the other end there is a very disappointed goalkeeper. Highway the scorer, but Shilton didn't quite get to the cross. Keegan collecting, but no real help. Now Toshak. Thompson. Toshak. Highway. Came back onto the field from having got off it, and the free kick will be given for that reason. But Hall got the chance with Shilton beaten. Hudson on to Greenough, offside Hurst. Troszak, back for Hall. The pictures of despair followed by those of delight, and there they're both together. Liverpool are through, Stoke City are out. And Keegan and Highway, who did it at Wembley last May, have done it at Anfield in January, at the start of the defence of the trophy. Hall on the right and Keegan nodding in. Magic. The run by Greenhoff, but it doesn't matter anymore. Pajic. There's no way back now for Stoke. They'll have to wait for another year. The Roar tells its own story at the end of a very intense cup tie. The goals by Keegan and by Highway, and the cup still belongs to Liverpool.
Well, that's 2 matches gone and still 1 to go, and it's Southampton who, despite star forwards Mike Shannon and Peter Osgood, have had a poor season so far. They meet West Ham, a West Ham within 2 points of the leaders of the First Division, and determined to make up for 10 years of cup disappointment. Our commentator at the Dell is Alan Weeks.
Peter Osgood, the top transfer subject of the week, is still in Southampton's number 9 shirt, but the team around him shows changes. Martin is in goal and Holmes at number 4. They come in for Turner and Fisher, who are out of form. And England striker Mike Channon is back at number 8 after missing 2 matches with an ankle injury. And at number 10, 20-year-old John Crabb making his first team appearance. West Ham United, playing this season as though they're steel in the formerly fragile hammer, are playing the team that's given them that new reputation, except for Tommy Taylor, who starts a 2-match suspension today. Back in the team, Billy Bonds, their captain, along with Billy Jennings, Keith Robson and Trevor Brooking. Referee Gordon Hill of Leicester. And it's West Ham United kicking off, hoping that this is going to be their cup year. Since 1964, when they won the cup, they haven't gone further than the 5th round. West Ham wearing the all-white strip, attacking the goal to the right, having changed over since the kicking before the match started. Billy Bonds to Jennings. Big tackle by Bennett. Brooking. And Mel Blythe back to Eric Martin. Eric Martin had got a big reception when he took up his position in the goal, having come back into the side. Patton to Robson. Robson turning quickly. Brooking. Foul by Steve Mills on Keith Robson. Free kick just outside the Southampton area. Ball of 3 players at the moment. Holmes, Crabb and Shannon, and 3 West Ham players. Lampard, Bonds and Brooking. Lampard, Patton and Brooking, I should say. It's Lampard. The shot, it's in! Oh dear, oh dear. What a shame for Eric Martin. The shot went straight at him. He had his body behind it, but as he turned, the ball slid out of his hands and over the line. A goal by Lampard, but oh, what a tragedy for Eric Martin. Southampton a goal down. crowd really need to get behind them. O'Brien. To Channon. O'Brien being forced out to the wing. That's Blythe. Well intercepted by McDowell. Osgood. To Steele. Steele still there. Channon and Osgood on the far post. Didn't get there. Home and away. Back again by Bennett. Well taken by Day, under challenge and under pressure from Osgood. Since last, O'Brien, Crabb going down to the left. There's Stokes, and he's through. He's beaten Steele. Off the line by Kevin Locke. Good running by Bobby Stokes. Jennings in the goal, there, number 7. Bobby Gould in his customary place on the far post. And Kevin Locke is now coming in, number 6. And it's Locke who gets the header. It's there! Bobby Gould. Gould came floating across. The header was from Locke. It looked as though the goalkeeper was going to have it, but Bobby Gould came across and just nudged it with his head, taking Martin's eye off the ball. It's 2-0 for West Ham United. That was an unlucky one for Southampton to concede, with only about 4 minutes left in this first half. 2-0 down now, and they need a tremendous fight back. Osgood. Home. To Crabb. They letting it run through for a goal kick. John Crabb's shot. Evan Day with the goal kick. We're now playing in time, headed on for stoppages. Channon moving forward fast. Looked like a handball. Channon still there. Bobby Stokes. Shot side-footed straight at Irving Day, but Channon asking for a handball, which would have been a penalty inside the area. Brooking. There's the whistle for half-time. The score, West Ham United 2, Southampton 0. And the scorers in that first half. The first one scored by Frank Lampard after 24 minutes. And Bobby Gould, who scored the second one despite injuring his leg, came through. Holland takes over for Bobby Gould at half-time. And it's Southampton now who kick off the second half. Osgood. And Southampton now attacking that goal to the right. And Mills down the line to Channon. Locke with him. O'Brien to Channon. Mills. Go to Southampton. Channon to Stokes. Channon again. Still there. Channon. Oh, the shot by Bobby Stokes must have been about a foot wide of the left-hand post. He's not having much luck as Bobby Stokes. One kicked off the line, and that one was about 12 inches wide. Jennings. Crabb turning it back. On by Stokes. And Kevin Locke. Sliced it. Holmes, back by Locke. O'Brien to Stokes. Blythe, Stokes still wide on the right. This is Osgood. To O'Brien. Crabbe, just behind Osgood. Steele, still with a low cross, and oh! That must have been about 6 inches off Mike Shannon's foot. He's sitting on the ground there, just looking at that ball. It must have been 6 inches away from his foot, the low cross, the corner now. Away by Mervyn Day. Bet by Stokes. Osgood with a chance. This time turned away by Billy Bonds, and Southampton really are desperately unlucky. Bonds is telling his men to settle down. This crowd now really getting behind Southampton. Steele. Well taken by Martin, by Day I should say, but there's a penalty. An infringement there presumably before Day had taken the ball, and Mr. Hill had no hesitation. He went straight towards the penalty spot, and Mick Shannon is going to take the penalty. It will be interesting to see exactly what the infringement was. Day got the ball, but Mr. Hill was between two players. It's Shannon. It's a goal. Southampton back in the game. West Ham United 1, Southampton 2, Mick Shannon the scorer. Well, can Southampton now clearly come back? They have been forcing the pace. And now that crowd is right behind them. They've got about 22 minutes of this game left. That's onside, and Holland has a chance. He's all by himself, and only the goalkeeper to beat. Holland. Well, it's no penalty. Eric Martin made a brave and brilliant save. Osgood. O'Brien taking it very wide. 3 men with him. Shannon. The pass. O'Brien. O'Brien with a cross, looking for Osgood. Flicked away by Holland. At Holland. Back to McDowell. Only as far as Osgood. Osgood with a centre. O'Brien. Bennett. It's sliced off his foot badly. On by Mills. Comes to Stokes. This time it's Lampard forcing it away. Out comes Robson. Trevor Brooking running well. Only one man in the middle. So it's back to Robson. Bonds. Bonds with a shot. Oh! What a shot! Billy Bonds hit that with his right foot, about 2 foot wide of the right-hand post. O'Brien. The game has been waved on. Jennings, lock in the goalmouth. Didn't get further than Bennett. The whistle is gone, and West Ham have won this cup tie by 2 goals to 1 after leading 2-0 at half-time when one thought they might run up a cricket score, but in the second half, Southampton came back. They got their 1 goal from Mick Shannon from a penalty, but if Southampton had played as well in the first half as they played in the second, then the decision would have been very much in doubt.
Well, that's it for today. The end of really quite a breathless day in more ways than one. And a day in which 5 non-league clubs representing 37,000 teams outside the Football League covered themselves in glory. Our congratulations to them, but we leave all those teams who want to get their hands on that cup with a shot of Bob Paisley, manager of cup holders Liverpool, which suggests that they're not going to let it be taken from their grasp easily, as Stoke City will confirm. Good night.
In Classic Sport on Thursday, we go back to the 87-88 season here on UK Gold, where Man United play against Chelsea, Leyton Orient versus Notts Forest, and Tottenham take on Port Vale. That's Classic Sport 10:30 on Thursday.